so miserable just by being here, and I'm gonna make your life miserable too. Seriously, Jessica, if you disappeared, the world would be a better place. Just go end yourself.
In whispers, it's been talked about, but no one knows the specifics.
There was a girl who was constantly picking on her. There was this one girl named Avery. I mean, she doesn't seem mean, but when she's around Jessica, she just sort of, I guess she just sort of changes.
I guess people are talking about me being a mean person, thinking that I'm a bitch. And I don't know what makes them say that.
Jessica was absolutely being bullied. I can prove it. We had hidden cameras. We got it all.
I just don't know why she hates me so much.
I did not tell her to go do what she did. This girl did this to herself.
I made a promise that I wouldn't show anybody. Well, I'm breaking that promise right now.
We'll never stop the bullying until we find some method of reaching the bulliers and getting inside of their heads and finding some way to bring some healing to them. You know, I've learned over the course of my life that hurt people are the ones who hurt people.
Bullying isn't anything that's new. I believe that since the human race has existed, there's been some form of what we call bullying. I don't believe that's going to go away anytime soon. I think it's the way in which our culture is raised. And it's an ongoing cycle that goes from generation to generation to generation.
You know, you guys might consider not eating before Avery gets down here. That's really obnoxious. Avery! Chop, chop!
I'm coming.
Let's get this show on the road.
A girl like her is a story that shifts the perspective from victim to bully. When we decided to tell the story from this perspective, we knew in some ways it would be controversial, but if we really want to solve this epidemic, we have to shift the perspective to a side that we aren't necessarily hearing about. This is not a new theory by any means, but it certainly isn't in the mainstream practice of our society.
No matter where I go, no matter what I do, she always finds a way to get at me.
The story had to be genuine. It had to be so real for young people to gravitate to it, relate to it, and eventually want to share it. Because if we don't capture the true essence of what's going on today, we can't possibly believe that we'll make an impact. As a society, we haven't quite grasped the issue at hand. We have been looking at one side of the issue for so long, and I've worked with teenagers over the past 20 years who have, even though times have changed, nothing has changed when it comes to this issue. South Brookdale High is everywhere in the United States. It is the truth of what's going on in American high schools today. We show the truth, the ugly truth sometimes, behind the issue, and we give it a face like Avery Keller. We give it a voice like Jessica Burns, and we offer it to the world to say, use this film in any way that you see fit to begin a new dialogue.
There are consequences for actions, and
part of the consequences are you have to take responsibility for things that you do.
Yeah, okay, so maybe I joked around with Jessica. Maybe I joked around with her just like those girls were. I was joking around with her. Maybe I took it a little bit too far. Maybe it hurt her feelings. I don't know, but that's not my problem that this girl can't handle a joke.
Avery Keller is as much of a victim as she is an abuser. But I think it takes a lot for people to see that. You've got to see through the layers to really understand how deep that really is. Let's face it, in our culture, people who abuse are monsters. And those of us that are protectors want to stand up and fight. We want to stand up for the person who doesn't have the voice. It is innate in our beings. That's why there are some of us that are more projectors of those pains and others who are more introverted about them.
You gotta just blow it off. You can talk to me.
I'm done talking about it. There's nothing else to talk about.
Any mother or any father who has experienced this with their child and who has gone through this with their child understands this does not just affect the child. It affects the entire family core and the entire family structure. This is not just about growing tough young individuals who can handle themselves in the world. This is a destruction of a human being.
Sailing off to sea.
She's not a fighter, is she?
You dragged me back to the shore, changing my course. Why me?
I just don't know why she hates me so much.
Why you gotta pick on me?
Right now is the key time for a film like A Girl Like Her to come to the surface, for people to watch it, yes, be entertained by it, relate to it, understand it, have a shift in perspective because of it, and then redefine these conversations that we have that plague us and keep us in a single spot, almost paralyzed to move because nobody knows what to do. Social change is absolutely a necessity in order to cure this epidemic. I think A Girl Like Her is the spark to begin that conversation. What I'd like to introduce to young people is this concept of social change in the form of a manual that was written for them called the Peacekeeper Movement. The Peacekeeper Movement is a social change toward something better than what they're experiencing now, something better for the future, so they can leave their mark and make an impact on the world. This is the generation to do it. If young people are ready, which I believe with my full heart they're ready, they will embrace this and take it all the way. Social change is happening whether we want to believe it or we feel we can do it. It's already happening. It's the youth that are leading us. We don't need to wait for that impact to happen. We can welcome them to the conversation today and begin it today.
Was once a star, shining bright. You pulled me out of the sky, still are my light. Why? And I don't know where, but when I get there, I can say that I've been the kindest me that I can be. Can you say the same?
I made a promise that I wouldn't show anybody. Well, I'm breaking that promise right now.